Well, supporters of a Sri Lankan family facing deportation from Queensland have staged protests outside a federal court in Melbourne. The tight-knit Biloela community is fighting to have them return to the town they've called home for several years. A long way from central Queensland, but residents of the country town of Biloela are determined to bring members of this Tamil family back to the place they've called home for the last 3 years.
We may be a small rural town, but we make a loud noise.
Supporters travelled nearly 2,000 kilometres to Melbourne, where they staged protests outside the Federal Circuit Court. They're fighting to have husband and wife Nadis and Priya and their 2 Australian-born daughters brought back after they were taken away by Australian Border Security in early March. The family has been in detention since.
There was no need to have them detained all this time. They could have been released into the community pending their court case today.
Since a last-minute legal intervention had the family removed from a plane back to Sri Lanka, they've been living in limbo.
They're filled with hope and they're putting on a brave face, but the tears are there and the anxiety's there.
Nadis and Priya need visas to remain in the community they've settled into, in the country their 2 girls were born.
They're very worried, and it's not a life of safety as our government makes out. It's very uncertain for Tamil people in Sri Lanka to this day. Amnesty International and the UN have said that.
We will be with them 100% no matter what happens.
But even with growing support across the country, the family's future is filled with uncertainty.